Hey everyone, welcome to Q&A Thursdays. It's Donna, Simply Living Wellness. So excited to be here. And how's everyone doing? I missed last week because it was July 4th. I did have a couple questions that came in, and I'm going to be answering them today. But if you are here, just drop me a comment, please, so that I can see who is here. And let's get started. Hope everyone had a beautiful holiday, 4th of July. Certainly a lot going on in our country, at least right now. Crazy, crazy. Okay, so there's a question about healthy boundaries, and there's a question about a post that I made about how bread has been banned in the United States. So I'm going to be talking about that. So first of all, bread contains, let me just get to the page real quick where I have the statistics on that. So I made a post about, I shared a post that Vishen from Mind Valley posted, and I wanted to share that. And I wanted to share that because what it said was that bread has been banned in Europe and apparently in Canada as well, and in other countries. Let's see, we have in Canada, I'm not very prepared right now, definitely in parts of Europe, in Canada. And the reason that it's been banned is because bread has this ingredient, potassium bromate. And when you look at the ingredients of your breads that you're buying and eating and consuming, you want to look for the ingredient bromated flour. So bromated flour is a chemical additive that's used in the dough that's used to make flour because it improves the texture, it strengthens the dough. And so this is a chemical that's added to not all bread in the United States, but a lot of bread, so you want to look for that. And it's classified as a genotoxic carcinogen. It was classified as that in 2016. And the FDA has encouraged bakers to stop using it, but it's not been officially banned. And so bread can't be sold in Europe, United States bread, because of this ingredient. So just another example of stuff that's added to increase sales, increase certain texture or flavor. I mean, this happens a lot here in the US, especially. Chemicals added to chips, to all kinds of things to make them more addictive, to make them taste better, feel better, whatever. But it's not food. It's chemical that is added, and there are side effects to these, including cancer causing, among other things. A lot of them are endocrine disruptors, so they mess with the hormonal system, and when the hormonal system is not working properly, and we have inability for our cells to actually communicate with the hormones properly, we have too high, too low of different hormones. It just messes with everything in the body. The hormone system, the endocrine system, is what regulates so much in the body, and all kinds of health consequences come out of not having proper hormonal regulation, or levels in the body. So that is bromated flour. That's all you have to look for is bromated flour. And, best is to make your own bread or just buy maybe from a bakery that just uses limited ingredients you know, just check the ingredients. I'm sure you'll find bread that does not contain this. I mean, if the bread, a lot of the packaged breads in grocery stores have gazillion ingredients, because not just this bromated flour, there's so many others that they use to mess, you know, to really mess with the, try to improve things in the bread, but it's really not healthy for us. So if you see a bunch of ingredients on the bread that you're considering buying, don't buy that bread. Try to go for the minimal amounts. Get, you know, go to a whole food kind of store, well, not really Whole Foods, but a local food co-op, buy it from the farmers markets, things like that. So that is the topic today, regarding bread and what goes in our body. Remember, Simply Living Wellness, we focus on 3 pillars to optimal health and wellness. That's the mind, body, and spirit. That question is relating to the body and what we put into our or on our bodies. The next question is relating to mind, and that's the emotional body, the mind, and that's around setting healthy boundaries. So a question came in around the healthy boundaries, and the question was, I know I don't have good boundaries, but I can't find references to what one would put a boundary around. So it's kind of like, I know I don't have healthy boundaries, but I'm not sure where and when I should be setting healthy boundaries. I need examples, this is how I understand the question, examples of where to set healthy boundaries or where I might not be setting healthy boundaries. And in my course, we do a deep dive of different situations where you're not setting healthy boundaries so that you can identify that you're not doing this. A lot of people just don't even know, but what you typically might do know or might notice is that you're feeling not so good about certain relationships. You're feeling uncomfortable. So I made a quick list here of different things that you can look for to answer this question. So number 1, are you doing things that you don't want to be doing? That is a classic for not setting healthy boundaries. So are people asking you to do something and you are saying yes when you really don't want to say yes? You'd rather say no, or you're accommodating their desires, their wants to pick the restaurant or something, and you want to do something different, but you're going along with what they want. So that is one scenario that you know you don't have healthy boundaries. Another one would be saying or doing things you want to do, saying yes when you really mean no. Okay, and then maybe getting resentful that you said yes. So you wanted to say no, you were afraid to, so you said yes, and then you get angry at yourself, at them, you get resentful because you're doing this thing or you said yes when you really didn't want to be doing it. Another scenario would be maybe you do say no, but then you feel guilty about it and you sit with that guilt and you're stewing in that guilt for days, weeks, months, because you actually said no because you really wanted to say no, but you can't get rid of that guilt because you feel bad that you said no. So that's another scenario. And finally would be, do you have relationships or situations where you're just not feeling good? You're in a relationship or a friendship and it makes you feel yucky. Maybe you're not heard. Maybe you get interrupted a lot. Maybe you don't even have a voice in that relationship because they're always doing all the talking. And they don't listen to what you have to say. They don't care. They're not curious. When you do finally speak, they interrupt you. They bring the conversation back to them. That could be a situation where you don't have healthy boundaries as well. So there are some situations. Hope that helps. Let me just check if anything else came in while I'm still here. And if not, have a beautiful week, everyone. And I will see you here again next Thursday at noon Pacific for Q&A Thursdays. Post your questions on my social media posts, and I will answer them for you.